Yeah. So obviously, kind of you left AFC Welling kind of around mid-season-ish, late mid-season. Did you kind of did you think you would get straight back in? Well, say straight back in. Do you think you'd get back into kind of coaching relatively soon after?
So to be honest, when I left Welling, the plan was to have kind of like a couple of seasons out. Obviously football takes a lot of time up. Even when you're not actively at training or match days, you could be spending, kind of some time in the evening speaking to players, speaking as a management group, or even on off days you may be going to watch a game locally. So it can take quite a bit of time that people don't kind of realise. So the plan was just to have a break for a couple of seasons. I had no intention of kind of jumping straight back into it. But then as the new season kind of drew closer, I did then kind of think, maybe I should have a look what kind of opportunities are out there. But the plan was always, if it wasn't an opportunity that I was 100% sold on, I wouldn't go kind of anywhere near it.
Yeah. So what did Langford kind of sell you on that made you jump back in?
So with Langford, it was so they lost all their coaching staff, pretty much all but I think one or two players. And the guy who was going on as assistant manager, Bailey, he was actually one of my players when I was in my first season of coaching. So I knew Bailey already, and he reached out mentioning that he had just got an assistant manager role there. Saw I was looking at getting back into coaching, so he just dropped me a message, set me up with the manager Matt to have a conversation. And then, just kind of went from there. Had a conversation with Matt. Just got sold the idea of the club, like needing a whole rebuild from kind of ground up in terms of playing squad. It's just a challenge. I mean, the challenge of building a new squad kind of like that, you're bringing players in, potentially going through quite a lot, is just something that always appeals to me, because you kind of get more satisfaction out of that than, with, for example, an AFC Welling where the kind of expectation is you go and win the league.
Yeah. What were the expectations at Langford when you first came in?
So when I first came in, it was very much, firstly, don't get relegated by whatever means necessary, don't get relegated. And then it was better the season before, so whether that's just same points, more goal difference, or whether that's more points. So we kept our expectations quite light, as to kind of ease any kind of expectations on the players and ourselves, really. But yeah, it was very much just improve on what was the season before, which obviously we done.
Like, obviously Langford's in obviously beds. Do you think Langford has anything different that it can offer players to any other club kind of around that area? Obviously, you're not too far away really from Bedford really, which is obviously got Kempston Rovers reserves. Do you think Langford can offer anything different that they can't offer maybe?
So I think the charm with Langford, it's very much a village team. Everyone knows everyone. When players walk in, they're saying hello to all the staff behind the bar and in the kitchen, just because it's all kind of, it's a family club. So in terms of what we can offer, if players are looking for, monetary gain, we're not going to be able to offer that. But what we can offer is you're going to get in with a really good social group. You're really well looked after at the club. You're never going to have kind of issues with the non-playing staff, such as like chairman and stuff, getting involved with you. They all just take care of you. So if it's kind of you're looking for almost like a family club, it's kind of the place to be. We're not just going to kind of, toss you to the side or blow you off if we don't like you, that kind of thing. We're always quite open and honest with people. And we just have kind of a really good vibe around the club, which is telling from the fact that quite a lot of players from last season are actually staying on this season when, they could go to other clubs and maybe earn a couple of quid. But yeah.
You think as well that helps attract new players in? You can kind of sell them on that point.
Yes, with new players, obviously we're always looking at new players. We have quite a good knowledge of what players are about. And then when selling it to them, it's normally get them down for training, get involved for a couple of sessions, and they can kind of make the decision for themselves. Obviously, we'll always check up on them, speak to them, and just try and give them the good vibe that we're trying to make sure the kind of squad and club has. And then obviously with the boys as well, they have their own little social things as well. So I think that helps as well in terms of they can chat to the other players and find out for themselves what we're kind of about as a club.
Yeah, do you think as well, with having it being a kind of very tight knit village, a village club, maybe it helps with players that maybe have kind of fallen out of love with football a little bit, maybe not as invested in the game as they were. They can come in kind of be in a more homely environment as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, when players kind of fall out of love with football, sometimes taking a step back can help them just really find that love. We've had that with a few players where, you know, they and ah about football, but they come along, they spent the season with us, and now they're planning to obviously stay on for this season. Because it's just at the end of the day, it's semi-pro football, but it is just football at the end of the day. There's bigger things in life. So when it comes to football, you shouldn't really have to be properly stressed about it.